What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to retouch your image using focus separation and dodge and burn. So this was the image originally, and this is after my dodge and burn and focus separation. So let's get started. So before we get started, let me know which technique you use to retouch your image. If you use focus separation or dodge and burn, let me know in the comment section. This is how I brought this image into Photoshop. So like this. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate my layer by clicking on Ctrl J. So after I duplicate my layer, I want to remove my blemishes right now. So there are different ways you can remove your blemishes. So just remove your blemishes whichever way you want. But this is how I remove my blemishes. So I'll come to my Retouching Academy. I'll run my focus separation. And if you don't have this Retouching Academy, send me a message on Instagram and I'll show you how you can get this Retouching Academy. So I'm just going to click on focus separation via Gaussian blur, and for an image like this I'm just going to be using since I want to be retouching this image with dodge and burn focus separation, I'll be using a focus separation radius of about 20 for this image, because I'm going to be using dodge and burn and focus separation to retouch this image. And I'll click on OK. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll just remove my blemishes. So I want to remove my blemishes right now. So I'll come to my high focus texture copy right here, which is this first one right here. That is, if you are using focus separation, make sure you're on your high texture copy or your high texture layer. So I'll just pick on my close down tool. I'll sample with alternate. Just hold alternate and click from a close by area and just paint over the blemishes like that. Hold alternate from a close by area and just paint over the blemishes like that. Hold alternate and paint like that. So I'm going to be doing that to remove all the blemishes for this image. So remember to click on a close by area, sample, and paint like that. So just make sure you take your time to do this step right here, because this step is the key if you want to use dodge and burn and focus separation to retouch your image. Because if you can remove the blemishes right, you are going to get a better image. Okay, so let's see our before and after. These are before and these are after. So I've successfully removed the blemishes from this image. These are before and these are after. And I'm still seeing some few blemishes right here, so I'm just going to remove them like this. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, make sure to remove your blemishes. I don't care which method you use to remove your blemishes, make sure you remove your blemishes first. So after I remove the blemishes from this image, the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to do my macro dodge and burn. And to do that, I'll come to my Retouching Academy again, click on dodge and burn curves. And if you have any dodge and burn action, this method also works. So after running my dodge and burn curves action, this is my visual aid right here, which enables me to see the highlights and the shadows. And you know, for micro dodge and burn, we are just going to dodge the shadows and just burn the highlights if we feel it's too much. So I'm just going to be making the dark place a little bit brighter and the bright place a little bit darker to match the transition of light or the light that falls on the skin of the image to make the image look smooth. So once I have my actions right here, I'll just come to my adjustment layer again, create a new levels adjustment layer, and just move my midtones right here to this highlight side like this a little bit to make it look a bit darker. So I like it like this. So these are before and these are after. So I'm just going to close that and come back to my dodge and burn right here, and this is my dodge and this is my burn. And to use it, I'll just come to my toolbar right here, pick my normal brush tool, and just reduce my flow to about 1% because I don't want it to be too much. So I click OK, and you can see this part right here are looking dark. So I'm just going to come to my dodge and just make sure my foreground color is on set on white right here, and just paint on this dark place right here to brighten it a little bit like this. Okay, and I'll just brighten this eyes right here, this below eyes right here, to make it look, to make the transition right there look a little bit even, because I feel it's too dark. So I just want to make it look a little bit brighter like this. What you're looking at if you're doing your micro dodge and burn, just look for a place that's looking too bright or too dark, and just match it with the colors or the lights on the place that are closer to the place like that. So remember, you are using your soft round brush, your flow is set to 1%, and you can, if you want to make a particular place bright, just pick on your dodge, and if you want to make a particular place dark, pick on your bond, like that. I hope you understand. So because we are still going to use focus separation to retouch this image, I'm not going to waste my time to just do dodge and bond for the whole image, because if we are going to retouch this image using just micro dodge and bond, it's going to take a whole lot of time. But since I'm going to be using focus separation to retouch this image, I'm just going to be fast about this process right here and use focus separation to fix the rest things which I don't want. So let me quickly show you the before and after of what we just did. So these are before and these are after. You can see below our eyes right here, and this place right here, and this place right here, they are looking even right now. So this is before and this is the after. This is before and this is the after. So if you want to retouch your image, just take your time to retouch the image. And remember, you can do the same thing for the body, not only on the face. So just do the same thing for the whole of the image. So what I'm going to do right now, after doing my dodge and burn, I'm just going to delete my visual aid and come to my Retouching Academy again and click on focus separation via Gaussian blur. And this time what I'm going to do right now, I want to use focus separation to smoothen the skin a little bit. So I'm just going to use a radius of 20, like I said earlier, to retouch this image, because we've already done basic dodge and burn for this image, and the image is looking good and smooth already. So after I run my focus separation action, I'll just pick my mixer brush, come to my mixer brush, pick my mixer brush, and these are my mixer brush settings. My wet is on 10, my load is on 30, my mix is on 20, my flow is on 30, and this place right here is on 10, and sample all layer is checked, and I'm using a clean brush. So what I want to do right now, I want to use my mixer brush to smoothen out the colors on this image. And since I'm already separated my texture, which is on my high frequency, and my colors, which is on my low frequency, and I'll just come to my corrective tool right here, turn off my texture layer, so I'm seeing only the color of the image. So the image is going to be blurry like this, and it's going to remain only the colors on the image. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to increase my brush and just paint on the highlight separately, like this. Paint on the highlight separately and paint on the shadows separately. Please do not mix the highlight and the shadows together. So let me quickly show you what I just did and show you what will happen if you paint your highlight and your shadows together. So this is what I just did for the forehead. These are before and these are after. These are before and these are after. So make sure you paint your highlight separately and you paint your shadow separately. So let me just delete this and show you what will happen if you don't paint your highlights and your shadows separately. So if you just come to a mixer brush and just paint anyhow like this, just paint anyhow like this, it's going to make your image look flat, and it's not going to make your image look good at all. So let me quickly show you the before and after. So this is what happened. This is the before and this is the after. You can see the image doesn't have the highlights right here on the forehead, is no longer there. This is the before and this is the after. So it's just making the image look flat like that. So please, if you want to brush with a mixer brush, make sure to brush your highlights separately and your shadows separately. So I'm just going to do that for this image. I'm just going to brush my highlights carefully separately like that, because I'm mixing the colors right now. I don't want it to affect the highlights and the shadows. I want them to be separate. So brush your highlight separately and brush your shadow separately. That's how you can get a good, amazing, smooth and sweet skin after retouching your image. So guys, if you've learned anything from this video so far, make sure to hit on that like button so that more people can see this video and learn from this video as well. And we are close to 2K subscribers, so I'm just going to do this for the whole of this image like this. Since we've already done dodge and burn, so just do a little bit of focus separation. You don't have to overdo it. This image is already looking good already. So if you want to get a good image after retouching an image, make sure you get a good image when snapping your image. So the photographer did an amazing job for this image. So I'm going to be leaving the links to that photographer Instagram in the description below as well. I'll come to the body. I'm just going to do the same thing for the body. I'm just going to paint on the highlight separately and paint on the shadows separately. And if you want to see a full video on how I retouch this image, how I edited it, and how I color graded this image, leave a comment and I'll do that video for you if you want me to do it. And if you still don't want me to do it, I'm also going to do it for you. Okay, so let me just quickly paint on this part right here. So I can quickly show you the before and the after. Remember, if you are retouching an image, make sure you take your time. As you can see, I'm rushing this image, so because I'm trying to explain something, I don't want this video to be too long. But if you are retouching this image, make sure to take your time to retouch your image and just do it the way you want. Okay, I feel we are okay like this. So let's see our before and after. This is our before and this is our after. These are before and these are after. These are before and these are after. So you can see the subtle difference, and you can also come to your high texture layer right here and just remove any blemishes you are seeing on the screen. I've seen a little bit of blemishes. I'm just going to remove them like that. Alright, I feel this image is looking good like this. These are before and these are after. So that's how you use micro dodge and burn and focus separation to retouch your image. I hope you learned something for this video, and if you do, make sure to give this video a like so more people can see this video and learn from this video as well. And if you want to learn how to retouch your image using focus separation alone and micro dodge and burn alone, make sure to click on any of these videos showing your screen right now. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay creative.